Could you make $100,000 a year doing DoorDash? Is that possible? Let's find out right now. Hi, I am Bobby, and I've been making YouTube videos since 2007, and it's been fun. And I've been running my own businesses and doing e-commerce, web designing, a lot of other techie kind of business opportunities that are out there that I've taken advantage of, and done a lot of electrical work. And I've just been very busy running around, getting clients together and just building my business. But that ended up being affected by the pandemic. A lot of opportunities ended up slipping away, and then the market got saturated in my niche. So, that made it harder. Plus the semiconductor shortage had affected the supply for what I've been selling online through e-commerce. So things have slowed down dramatically. So I was trying to find a source of income, and I ended up turning to DoorDash. And I had my doubts in the beginning. I'm like, okay, DoorDash, like, what am I gonna make? Minimum wage or something like that. I just was hesitant, and I was just trying to figure out what I'm gonna do with my life so I can be able to live without the worries of losing all the things that I worked so hard for. And my first day on DoorDash, and I was surprised about how things were going. It was amazing to see the activity and the income just in the first few hours. I did some math after my first day, and it looked like $35 an hour, about $30 to $35 an hour. But in the beginning of my first day, the first shift during lunchtime, it was around, I'd say $18 to $20 an hour. But towards the evening, things got busier. And when I averaged it all out, that's when it really made a difference. But then the following days, it was like even more, like $35 to $40 an hour. And I'm like, wow, this is getting better. And the more hours you put in, the more money you can make. Absolutely. And if you stay in your hot zones and you stay in the areas that are busy and you're getting deliveries within those areas, then you can get more done during that day, and there's potential for more pay. And the big question is, can you make $100,000 a year doing DoorDash? And based on my experience so far and the math that I've done, the answer is yes, you can make $100,000 a year doing DoorDash. And that is as simple as making as much as $2,000 a week. Now, if you can make $2,000 a week doing DoorDash, think about this. How many weeks are in a year? 52 weeks in a year. You're looking at $100,000 right there, okay? Now, is it going to be easy peasy? It's not going to be easy if you're going to be trying to make that much money, because you're going to be devoting a lot of your time to being in your car, a lot of your time going to be devoted to delivering. So that's something to consider, and depends on how effective you are and how you work it out as far as keeping within busy areas and being effective, being efficient. You may be able to pull it off with getting $2,000 a week. And think about the hours. If you work 12 hours for a whole day, you did 12 hours. Some of these apps won't even let you do more than 12. But say you do 12 hours, and at the end of the day, you did, like, let's say 45 deliveries or something. Do the math, divide the amount that you made by the hours to see what your per hour was, and try to set your goals that way. And look at what orders you're accepting and what orders you're not, and look at the mileage, how far it's taking you, and try to come up with what's acceptable for you. Is like, how many dollars per mile are you willing that you want to make, that you prefer to make? So will you drive 3 miles for a $2 order? Will you drive 10 miles for a $15 order? Will you drive 2 miles for a $7 order? So think about how many dollars per mile. And also consider the fact that when you do have orders that may be a mile away for like $3 or $4, it may not seem like a lot, but think of how much time that takes to only go that short distance. So when you take less time, there's more opportunities to have more orders. So sometimes having more smaller orders in a smaller area can amount to much more than having big orders that take you far away, especially if you end up going out of your hot zone, which I recommend trying to stay within the areas that keep you busy, because once you go off the grid, then you got to work your way back and you're missing out on opportunities. So it all depends on how you map it out, and it's going to take time because you're going to learn. You're going to learn your area, and once you start to learn where you are and learn how to get places and learn what works best for you, then you can be more efficient and be able to make more. So in the beginning, it's going to be a challenge, but once you start to get familiar with everything, and once you start to know what works best, what places do good, where you get the best tips, how fast you can get to certain places, what obstacles you have to deal with at certain places, and how the restaurants are, because some take longer than others, some take really long, and some have their orders ready as soon as you arrive, and it's just so convenient to just go in, get what you need, and get out. So you gotta just remember all those things and keep a list in your mind. If you can, write it down. Places that take too long, places that are very inconvenient for you, places that you have to actually go in the drive-thru and wait in line to go get your order. I mean, I try to avoid that. So it's all about efficiency. It's all about being effective. It's all about timing. So the more time you have on your hands for delivering and getting more orders, the more money you have. The less time you have on your hands, the less money you have. So when you tying up your time waiting in between orders, that's money being missed. So yes, you can make $100,000 a year, but you're also going to consider your health. You want to stay healthy, and you need to get your exercise right. You need to be able to have time where you're not in a stressful environment, because it can be stressful with the traffic, and you don't want to be late. So you're trying to make sure you get there on time, and sometimes people get in your way and they don't know how to drive, and people have no respect for other people on the road, and you got to worry about other things as well. Sometimes customers may be upset about some things, or they order something, then they change their mind, and it's like, then they take it out on you even though you have nothing to do with it. It's just a lot of things can happen, but the main thing is to learn while you're working and know what works best for you, and avoid the things that are just making it harder for you to make money. With DoorDashing, I make sure that I got my app ready. Now, scheduling is a thing. Scheduling is important. So I make sure that I schedule myself so that I can get the most out of the deliveries. They do prioritize when you schedule, so you get those opportunities. So scheduling ahead of time, good thing to do. So now what I got to do is get in the Tessie and do my DoorDashing. I have to actually go out of town to do that because there's nothing around here close by. All right, so I got the DoorDash bag. All right there, perfect. So now it's time to do some double D. Time for some double D. I gotta hit the road. I'm already wasting time. I gotta go. I gotta do my DoorDashing now. Making my way to one of the hot spots so that I can do my DoorDashing. So almost there now. Takes some time and all the roads on the way there. Wish I lived closer, but hey, once I'm out there, I spend the whole day just DoorDashing. This is about where I start to my phone just said it's ready. I'm in a spot now. I'm in a spot, so I can start. So anytime I'll get a little ding 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 ding. We'll see what happens. Today has been a successful DoorDash day. I did about a half a day today. Things are getting really green around here. Looks really pretty. It's beautiful. Beautiful. Look at how green everything is. Look at this. Look at this. Look at the tree. Wow. It's beautiful, isn't it? That's gonna wrap up this video. I love positive videos. It's a positive situation, good news, shared with you what's been going on, brought you into my life, and I'm so thankful for you being here, and it's amazing to have this experience and share it with you on this channel. So thank you so much for being who you are. And I'm just so happy that I was able to come across this opportunity. I mean, I'm a loving, caring person. I'm a very devoted parent. I would do anything in the world for my family. I would do anything for anybody. I would just take their shirt off my back to help somebody. I make so many sacrifices for people, so I'm a very kind-hearted, I'm a good guy, and it's just nice that something good is happening for me right now. But anyway, all of you are amazing. So many great people out here. And I wish you the best in life, and I'll try to get another video up in a day or two. But take care and be safe.